Hey everybody, I'm Rebecca and welcome to my channel where I talk money and legacy. In case you're wondering why the video is minimized, it's because I have a broken vessel in my right eye and it's bloody red, so I want to spare you the uncomely sight of it. Now, I really don't know what caused it. I woke up with it Saturday morning. I ended up going to the emergency room on Sunday because it looked progressively worse, but it looks worse than what it is. I don't know what caused it. There's no pain, and the doctor said it will probably take about 6 weeks to clear out. It doesn't affect my vision at all, so that's a good thing. But as they say, the show must go on. Now, do me a favor, if you're interested in learning more about personal finance and growing your money exponentially, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and thank you for joining me today. For some of you, today's message might be a refresher, but for others, it will be a call to action. And I want to share 3 most important vehicles for attaining financial freedom and building generational wealth based upon my experience. Now, if you're looking at your paycheck and thinking that you don't have enough money to invest in at least one of these vehicles, you're going to have to make some adjustments to your spending or get a side hustle to create additional income. So no excuses here. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. You might have to make some sacrifices until you have the cash flow to begin living off of your earnings. And as your earnings increase, you're going to have to continue living below your income level. And if you're serious about attaining financial freedom, I know that you'll make those sacrifices. Now let's get started. You need a vehicle or 2 that is going to substantially grow your income over time. And I want to share 3 of the most important vehicles that will get you to financial freedom. Okay, so the number 1 vehicle is to start your own business. Now, having your own business can get you to financial freedom, but let me warn you, it does require a lot of hard work. You will work harder building your business than working a 9-to-5 job. But the upside is that you control your own time and you're not working your tail off to make someone else wealthy. Now, when you're passionate about what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work because you enjoy what you're doing, and it gives you a sense of purpose knowing that you're adding value into the lives of others. And the great thing about owning your own business is that you can scale it at some point, which means that you can grow it to a point where you can decide that you're going to sell it, make a nice profit, and move on to something else that you enjoy. And you can start a business on the side while you're working your 9-to-5 job. So definitely starting your own business is a great vehicle for attaining financial freedom and building wealth. I made a video with step-by-step checklists for starting a business, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below. And that's number 1. The first vehicle is to start your own business. The second vehicle for building wealth is real estate. You can generate wealth over time by investing in real estate. And my family and I are real estate investors. My siblings own several rental properties. And when my mother passed away in 2009, we didn't sell her house. We rent it out to this very day. Now, rental property is great passive income, and as you know, real estate is an asset that appreciates in value. Now, it's not a get-rich-quick undertaking, but you can build wealth over time in real estate. And given this current housing market conditions, this may or may not be the best time to buy property, depending upon the market where you're looking to purchase a home. Now, here in Georgia, where I live, in 2022, homes for sale increased 18% year over year. Newly listed homes actually went down 29% year over year. So we have a mixed bag when it comes to supply, up year over year, but new listings were down year over year. Now, with interest rate hikes over the past year, the demand is not as great, and a lot of buyers are sitting on the sidelines unless they just have to move. So you'll have to study the market where you are to determine what is the best time for you to purchase real estate as an investor. Okay, so that's vehicle number 2 is real estate. And vehicle number 3 for building wealth is the stock market. Now, if your employer offers a 401k plan, you should be participating. Your goal should be to contribute the maximum amount to your 401k plan. Your contribution is tax deferred, which means that you don't pay taxes until you start withdrawing at retirement. And most companies will match a portion of your contribution, and this is free money, so you don't want to leave this money on the table. Now, I suggest you contribute at least enough to get the maximum match. At a minimum, try to contribute 10% of your salary, and if you're already at 10%, increase your contribution by at least 1%, with the target rate being 15%. And if your company doesn't offer a 401k plan or you're self-employed, then open an online brokerage account and invest directly into the stock market, as well as a 401k plan. The stock market is the best and easiest way to attain financial freedom and build generational wealth, especially now while we're in a bear market and stock prices are low. And if you start investing now while prices are down for stocks, you can put yourself in a great position to make a lot of money when the market recovers and goes on the next bull run. Now, I have 3 brokerage accounts. One account is where I invest in stocks for the long term for building generational wealth and leaving a legacy. Now, it pretty much runs on autopilot. Now, each month I have a certain amount that I have automatically deducted from my bank account into this brokerage account, and I can apply it to my $10 a day challenge. My other 2 brokerage accounts are where I invest in my 2 to 5 year goals for the purpose of living well now. Once I reach my 2 to 5 year goals, I'll reset those goals. Now, let me just say this. Before you start investing in the stock market, you need to set up an emergency fund. Start with $1,000 in a savings account and keep adding to it until you have accumulated at least 3 months of living expenses. Now, ideally, you want to have 6 months of living expenses set aside, but you definitely want to have 3 months of liquid assets set aside in the event of an emergency. And once you've set aside your emergency fund, then you can start investing in the stock market. And if you have debt, it's going to short the amount that you can invest. So you need to work on getting out of debt so that you can invest more in the stock market. Now, given the 3 vehicles that I just recommended, I would encourage everyone to consider investing in the stock market. There are millionaires made from the stock market every day, and you can get started with a small amount, say $500 or $1,000. And if you're a new investor, I would start by investing in an index fund such as the S&P 500 or an EFT, which is an exchange traded fund. The ticker symbol for VOO, which is S&P 500, is VOO. Now, let me just be clear. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I do, what I did, and what I would recommend that you do. Okay, so you can do your own research, and you might think of some other EFTs. And the reason that I suggest starting with an index fund or an EFT is because these funds include a basket of the largest blue chip companies in the country. And you don't have to invest in individual stocks such as Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. They're all included in the fund. And these are stable companies that have been around for decades or even over a century. So they are well-established companies. Just Google S&P 500 Index or Vanguard and look at the list of companies included in these funds. Now, Vanguard has several EFTs that you can invest in. Go to their website and check these out. And the companies in these funds have an excellent reputation. And the beauty of an index fund in EFTs is that you don't have to do the work of analyzing each of these companies individually. They have done that work for you. The number one benefit of investing in the stock market is the compounded interest. The average yearly return is 8 to 10%. Now, you can't get that type of interest rate in a mutual fund or a savings account. In fact, you're lucky to get 0.25% in your savings account at your bank. Now, personally, I'm building wealth on 2 different tracks. I have a lifestyle investment plan and a legacy investment plan. My lifestyle plan is so that I can live well now, not over in the by and by, but now. It's a 2 to 5 year plan for house, car, travel, moderate lifestyle. Now, I don't have children, but I have family, and my legacy plan is for the future generations of my family. And I keep them separate, lifestyle and legacy. Now, let's go a little bit deeper. When you decide an investment vehicle, there are 3 target goals that you need to set. The first target goal is to set the amount. What is your financial goal? And you need to be specific. $100,000, $500,000, $1 million. It needs to make sense. Don't just pull a number out of thin air. And what is the purpose for the money? Okay, so that's target number one. And target number two is to set a target date. Give yourself a time frame. Let's say you're 30 years old and you want to retire by the time you're 50. That gives you a 20-year time frame to reach your financial goal. So that's target number two, is to set a time frame. And target number three is to set up the vehicle. And I just gave you three of them. Now, if you're going to go on vacation, you have to decide whether you're going to go by plane, train, boat, car, or whatever. You have to decide the best vehicle and the best route to get you to your destination. Now, as I said, I highly recommend the stock market as your vehicle of choice. Now, you can also have a business on the side if you need to create more income, but I recommend you include the stock market as your primary wealth building vehicle. So when you decide upon an investment plan, you need to establish the amount, the time frame, and the vehicle to get you to your destination, okay? So there you have it. I've given you the three most important investment vehicles and three targets to get you to your financial freedom and wealth building. Wealth building is a journey. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, and hopefully a never-ending journey as long as we're here on earth. It's called purpose. Now, I have my game plan, and I want you to come up with your own plan if you haven't already done so. And my assignment for you this week is to brainstorm and come up with your financial goals and a game plan. And if you need to create more income in order to invest, write down in your journal how you're going to level up your income. And write down your investment vehicles, one or two, and your target goals. Okay, so that's going to wrap up all that I have to share with you today. I hope this information has been of value to you. Now, thank you for staying until the end. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And leave your thoughts and comments below. I love to hear them. Click on that notification bell to receive an alert each time I upload a new video. Until the next time, take care and bye for now.